Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear that you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost... We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been...
Haha, well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready...
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after...
Don't worry about it! Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
If it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great fire starts as a tiny spark.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since... Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so, but still...
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kanich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous Flamebearer.
Very well, but make it quick. Let me know when you're done and we will be...
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but, Paimon seems to have...
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized...
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing of the Turnfire, and I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part. What about you?
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
How are you doing? Is all in order? I'm counting on you. Don't forget what we talked about. By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on. My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should...
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds?
No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is.
You imbecile! What have you...
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand!
Elder Trinidad! What are you doing?
No! The Mountain King is waking up! He will cause even more casualties!
Everyone, out! Now!
It seems there is only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand. Locked up.
Nice and spicy!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. You can use those against him.
Let's dance!
I got him cornered! That was unexpected!
La, 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 la.
Target acquired!
What do? We can't open the rift!
Sedlon shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kongamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh?
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the scions of the canopies and—
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it, but it is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infecting it. We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into this.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal energy?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable.
Wow, that's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent, and that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa, so that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power.
Kinich, when you went into the flames,
Intending to what?
to,
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, not on what it would. But now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice?
well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And Ponche's theory theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it with your...
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me too.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire,
The Mountain King? Then, what
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you want. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing now?
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set, but his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with. Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul.
But we saw him come back to his senses.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you...
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the future.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a...
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't owe us anything.
Friends? But your friendship isn't even... So, promise me. If you need anything in the future, for you, I'll do anything.
So, in the end, only poor little...
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad.
Pony, it'll be okay.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face.
Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you... Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my... All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka...
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me. So, I introduced...
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe. So we had... In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past.
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that 1,000,000...
Very smart, Hoonie, but not... What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found she's right behind you.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not... Huh?